Hi all, welcome back to part 10 of this Selenium hybrid framework series. In the previous video, we implemented the method to capture the screenshots and integrated it with listeners so that we can capture screenshot uh, as required for either test case success or test case failure. In this video, we are going to see how to implement extent report. So, so basically, extent reports is an open source reporting library, and it can be integrated with JUnit, TestNG, etc. And these reports are HTML documents that depict results as pie charts, etc. And basically this result is more user friendly and it gives us details of our test execution. uh, Up till now, whenever we have executed our test cases, we are seeing our results in the logs, but at the same time the TestNG also gives the default reporting, which we can find it in this test output folder. So in the test output folder, if we go to this index.html file, it produces the report. So this report is generated by the TestNG itself, but however it is not very user friendly, or it is not much descriptive, uh, or it is not showing different patterns of our test failure, escape test, success, etc. So basically extent report will help us doing the same. And so now let us get back to implementing the extent report. So for extent report to implement, we will require three things. One will be our jar file, which we have in our pom.xml file. So let me quickly check on that. And here you can see I have added the dependency for extent reports. Then we will require one configuration XML file, that is extent config.xml. So let me quickly create that file and name it extent-config.xml, right? And let me just copy this name, and what will I put inside this file? So let me go to Google and you will find this file details. So this extent config, and I will simply copy whatever content here. So basically what this is nothing but a template of our report. And let me get here. And so see, what it is talking about is theme will be standard. You can give the values as standard or dark, then don't change here. You can have the name whatever you want here. So here they have given automation report, we can change that as well. So these are the things that are defined in this template. And then we will require the actual code. So again, this time also we are going to implement our extent report through listeners only. So I'm going back to my app test listener. Okay. And now here how I'm going to do is, so here we will be using four classes, and those four classes will be our extent HTML reporter, which helps creating HTMLs, then extent reports, and extent test. So let us first of all quickly go here and declare those. So public extent HTML reporter, and I will name it as HTML reporter. The next one will be, let me import it. So extent reports I will import. Then it will be extent reports, as I mentioned. and extent, and then there will be extent test, right? So three classes I mentioned in the beginning. So it will be extent test, let us get it as a test. Okay, and then let me import it, extent report and extent test. Now see what I am going to do here is see, my report generation should start on the start of my execution. So I will use this particular onStart method to start generation of the report, right? So I will modify the details in this particular method. So let me for time being just comment this out, system.out, and see, I will now need the report name, and again for report name also I will use the date time that I had created, the date time method that I had created in my previous video. So if you remember, this was my method that I had created which returns the string. So let me get this, and I will come here and I will say string report name is equal to my report name will be, say, test report hyphen, and then I will concatenate the value that will return by this particular method, and then .html. So see, this will be the name of my extent report. Okay, then now I will use this HTML reporter is equal to new extent HTML reporter. So where is this? Okay, and here I will simply mention, see, where I want to store this. So let me quickly go here and create one folder, extent reports, and I will copy it. So this is my folder that I will use to store my results, and I will write here, right, and then it will be my report name, which is this. Okay, so what I have basically told is create a report with this particular name, that is HTML file, and store it into this extent reports, right? And now I want to tell which configuration to refer, which is nothing but this extent config file, right? And so again I will use this HTML reporter dot load XML config is what is given, and so I will require my configuration file, right? So I will simply write it here like dot and extent config, right? Extent hyphen config dot XML. So this is my configuration file, and now I will create the object of this extent, and I will write it here is equal to new extent reports. Okay, and see, now here I will be giving multiple values. How that we will see now. So basically I will say extent dot attach reporter. Okay, attach reporter, and I will specify this HTML reporter here, and then I will give my system information. So things like say host name or environment or say user, etc. So extent dot system info, and consider I am giving this host name, and in host name I will give localhost. So all these things we will be able to see in our report when it is generated. Then again extent, let me copy these things quickly. Okay, and say I want to give the name for my environment, and so my environment name would be QA, and I want to give the username, who is the user using. So say if I want to give it as a user who has currently logged in, so system dot get property if I use, and I will use as user dot name. Okay, this I will use, and then now I want to give my reports a proper title to my report, etc. Then I want to set the name for the report, so that I will do using HTML reporter. So HTML reporter dot config, and dot set document title, right? So my document title will be this source demo application test report. Okay, and then I will use this same thing, HTML config. Okay, and dot set report name, and in the name I will specify functional test report, say. Test report. Okay, and then I will again use say dot set theme, right? And in the set theme I will use this theme dot, see all these things it is themes it is showing me, so I am using this standard. Okay, so this is what I have done with the on start. So I am basically defining how my report should be, and now there will be actual reporting part. So see, where will I start reporting? So I will start reporting, say, for any test case that is successful, any test case that is failure, any test case that is skipped, etc. Right? So I will have to modify my code here also, and now here I am going to use, say we have used this test, right? So this test we will be using here in my on test success is equal to extent dot create test, and in create test I will be giving my name of the test. So this was the test name, right? So this is what I will be giving, and then I will give more information. So this test dot log I would say, and then I want to give this status, right? So how I'm going to give the status is oh, let me remove this, and I am going to write status dot and this is success, right? So pass, this is going to be my pass, and then I will be giving markup helper dot now create label. Here it is a create label, and again I will be giving my name of the test. So this particular test is going to be the pass, right? Create label, and then again I will need to provide the color. So I will use as extent color dot, again see it is giving me different color, so I am going to give green color. Now see, similarly I will have to make the changes for my failed test cases as well as for my skip test cases. So here what I am going to do is, see this is not pass now, right? This is for failure, so I will say dot fail, right? And for fail I will give the color as red, and then for skip test cases also I will copy this and I will use it here, and I will give here as dot skip, and again I will give here also as amber. So my amber will be my as you know, amber will be for skip test cases. All right, so this is the implementation, and again see there is one more important thing that is remaining, and that is, see we have created all these reports for different situations, and we will need to dump all those into our report, which we have not done up till now. So in this situation, if we execute this report or if we execute this test case, then it will not generate any report, because we have not dumped anything up till now into our report, and so we do it using the flush command or flush method. So that we will use here in onFinish method. Okay, so here I will write simply extent dot flush, that's it. Now this will generate our report. So in my test cases, what I will be doing is I will be adding more test cases. Okay, so this is my one test case, right? So let me quickly copy and put in more test cases. Okay, let me name this test case as 1, this test case as 2, this test case as 3, this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and I will create one more 4. Okay, now what I will do here, say, so this particular test case, and here I will simply give system.out dot not sorry and I will use this as tc2. Same I will do here tc3, and same I will do here for tc4. So see, now we want to create a situation where we have pass case, we have fail case, we have skip test also, right? So as seen previously, I will go to my login page and I have given this label. I will change the property so that the assertion will fail and my first test case will fail, right? My second, third and fourth test cases are simply system.out, so they will pass anyways, but I want skip test case also. So what I will do is, so here I am going to do, I will use depends on methods, and I will give name here, say this particular test login. So see what it will do now is, because of this depends on methods, if this particular test case pass, then only this particular test case will run, and if this particular test case fails, then this particular test case will be skipped. So in this case we know this is going to fail, and so this case should fail and should reflect in our extent report. So now we are ready to go and we are going to execute our test. So let me quickly run my test and see if I get the report. So it has launched the browser. And it will enter username, password. It will verify. See, this test case should fail ideally, right? And now see, very interesting, it has executed, right, total test runs 5, passes 2, failures 2, and there is one test case that is skipped, right? So 1 2 3 4 5, okay, 1 2 3 4, okay. So these test cases are executed. So you can see here these are the executed test cases. Okay, so my bad, I think I made a mistake. Let me remove one, and therefore basically it were 4 test cases. Anyways, I will execute one more time. Here you can see all the failure logs have been captured, and for time being, okay, let us quickly see if it has created extent report. Here you can see, right? So these are the extent report. So this extent report is generated, and we should see all our results there. So 2 test cases, see, this is our fair test case, this is our fair test case, these 2 test cases pass and these test cases skip. So by mistake I kept 2 similar identical test cases, and therefore there are 2 fair test cases. And here it will give you the chart where you can see failed 2, skip 1, pass 2. Here it is giving how these test cases are reflected, right? So here again you can see all the a complete view, and here in complete view you can see here the values that we had given. Host name is localhost, environment is Q, and user is admin. Remember we had given user system.get property, right, user.name, and it gave me the login username. So this is how basically this test case, again it is showing us when the test case execution started, when it ended, how much time it took, how many test case it has executed. Here it is summary: 2 test cases passed, 2 test fails, and 1 other that was skip test case, right? So let me quickly execute this test case again by removing one method which was getting repeated, and I will simply delete this. I will delete this report also, and I will execute my test case again. Run as TestNG suite. And here why it has shopping login test, let me go back here. Test login 1 2 3 1. Okay, this is login 1, login 2, login 3. Okay, I think I had already deleted that, so I was trying it again. So I will execute the test, and now see, it should execute now, and now it will run only 4 test cases. The one test case that was repeating, it will not repeat the test case again. So it has launched the browser, and the test run is complete, right? And now you can see there are 4 test cases, 2 pass, 1 fail and 1 skipped. Again I will go back here and I will refresh, and here you can see there are 1 fail and 2 success. There was 1 skip, so there is no screenshot for that, and this is our test report. Should show 4 test cases with 1 fail, 1 skip and 2 past test cases. So this is how to implement extent report. So through the listeners, we have implemented extent report as well as how to capture the screenshot. So that's it for this particular video. I wanted to cover extent reports in detail as a part of this hybrid framework series which we have done. In the next video we will be proceeding with how to upload or how to keep our entire framework onto the GitHub repository, which we will be covering in our next video. So keep watching, and bye for now. Thank you.